What is going on, guys, and welcome back to John Bones, aka JB. No smooth whatsoever, none, no smooth. We're gonna jump right into it. So there's been, I guess, for lack of a better word, we're gonna get into some serious stuff today. Pretty serious stuff. So one of my closest friends, my big brother or my little brother, regardless of what the situation is, has been in a situation where he's been on child support. Now, let me tell y'all about this for 1 second. If you are, or if you can be in any situation where you are on child support, the one thing that I hope that you don't do, and the one thing that I hope, this is just when it comes to black kings and black queens, do not and do put each other on child support. Okay? You don't do it. Only reason why I'm saying not to do it is because child support is a form of slavery. It is a form of being in, for black people in America. It's a form of just being in a situation where, oh, well, you got to deal with so many different things when it comes to it. Like, that's a form of just having no form of, it's not a bad thing and it's not a good thing, if I'm being honest with you. What I mean by that is, it's a bad thing in part that it keeps your mind shackled, and it's not a good thing because of the simple fact that you have so many different people depending on the whole process in itself. You don't have to depend on that. And this is just, again, I'm only speaking from myself. I'm only speaking from a black man's perspective. I'm only speaking from what I have experienced, and I'm only speaking from what I've gone through when it comes to child support. The one thing you have to continuously understand is child support and being sided with the government has never helped out any African American, any African, and any black person in general. It never has. Never. The only reason why I say that is because if you look at the facts and you look at history, you look at what we've been going through just when it comes to the government, even in itself, you have to understand something. Donald Trump could care less. He does not care. Not only that is it, I shouldn't say, I'm not even going to say Donald Trump. I can even go a step before that. With the first, 43, 44 presidents. I could go a step before that. They have not cared about black people in general. They have not cared about African Americans in general. They do not care about us at all. Let me say that one more time. They do not care about black people in general. This is what I'm talking about, and this is what I mean. I'm not going to be in no situation where of course, a lot of people, other people are going to agree with this as well too. You can't put yourself, black kings and queens cannot put themselves in a situation where they're predominantly relying on the government to help them out of certain situations. You can't do that. Let me say that one more time. You cannot do that. Why am I saying that? Because the government already puts us into a box when it comes to us working. So if we're in a situation where we're working, then what? Then what? If we're in a situation where we're working, it means what? They're going to take taxes. Okay, so we know that they're going to take taxes out of our paycheck. If the government takes taxes out of your paycheck with you working, that means what? Think about it. Putting that black queen and putting that black king on child support means what? Oh, all right, they're going to take even more money away from both of y'all. Not just the black king, not just the black queen. They're going to take more money away from both of you. Which puts you what? In a situation where you're both still struggling. Now you're in a situation where she's struggling, he's struggling, all at the same exact time, which is not what we need right now. We don't need to be struggling. We need to be together. Like I said before, I'm only speaking from a black man's perspective. I could care less about what's going on with any other culture besides my culture. That's the only perspective I'm speaking from, is a black man's perspective. Because as you can see, I'm a black fucking man. But regardless of what the situation is, y'all got to understand something. don't ever think and don't ever feel as though you have to be in a situation where you can't do certain things, or feel as though like you have to be shackled with when it comes to child support. You can be as creative as you want to be when it comes to the things that you can do and things that you don't do. You have to understand that. You have to get that. If you don't understand that, if you don't get that, then we're going to have so many different problems that's going to arise from that. But the one thing that I just wanted y'all to understand is child support is not something, let me repeat, it is not something that you need. It's not something that you need. It's not at all. No black person, no black man, no black king deserves to be on child support. We already bet, and this is coming from, again, as I'm watching it so far, this is coming from a perspective where I've seen black queens and I've seen black kings be in a situation where they are struggling. What is the point of making your fellow black man and your fellow black queen and your fellow black king struggle for what? Why are you making them struggle? That doesn't make any sense. If you're in a situation right now where if we're both at the bottom, if I'm at the bottom and you're at the bottom of the food chain, let's call it what it is. Let's say we at the bottom of the food chain, correct? What would be the point in us going at each other's throats? And this is, again, just when it comes to black people in general. What is the point of us going at each other's throats to the point where, oh, well, I'm going to screw over this black man because something happened to me. Or I'm going to screw over this queen because something happened to me. No. Nothing at all should make you think that. Nothing at all should put that in your mind that you have to be against. No, do not. Let me repeat this one more time. Do not be against your fellow brother. Don't be against your brothers. Don't be against your sisters. Don't be against your queens. Don't be against your kings. If we can get to the point where we can thrive together, and we can't say that it's not. Let me give you another example. If you were in a situation right now, let me repeat, a situation right now where if the Crips and the Bloods can come together for one person, why can't we all come together? Think about it. Why can't we have a situation where black people are together? Black people are together. Be together, regardless of what the situation is. Because at the end of the day, this country that is predominantly controlled by white men. If I'm being honest, you can't say I'm not being honest, because regardless of what the situation is, for the past 200, 300, 400, 500 years, this country has been controlled by white men. Period. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't care what you say. I don't care. I could care less about what you say. I could care less about what you think. It has been controlled. We're still dealing with the Supreme Court justice that's predominantly made of white men. Think. All I'm saying is think. That's it. But like I said before, just getting back to the main matter at hand. Like just like I said before, like the child support has never been something where any black person, any black man, any black woman, any black queen, any black king needs. You do not need, let me repeat that. You do not need child support. You don't at all. There's so many different people here that have the same skin complexion as you that ain't got no problem helping you out through tough times. I'm a testament to that. Regardless of what the situation is, I am a testament to that. But like I said before, this is just something that I was just talking about for myself, something that came up that one of my little brothers wanted me to talk about, only because it's getting to the point where we gotta stop the whole child support thing. You gotta stop it. You gotta cut it out. Gotta cut that out. cannot be in a situation where we're trying to control, cannot be in a situation where you're in control. Stop. Stop the child support. Stop all that stuff. But like I said before, man, we got bigger things to worry about. So I'll talk to y'all later. And don't forget, as always, listen, to do the thing with the thing and the thing. Let me repeat that one more time. Do the thing with the thing and the thing. You know where I'm at. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I ain't never been scared. Alright, let me get out of here.